Did an editor from Kotaku steal a Mario Maker 2 level from some kid or some other person and then claim it as their own and get really popular with this level, promoting it on Kotaku and getting it to the front page of, well, Super Mario Maker 2's online? So this is an interesting case because I've been a bit harsh on traditional media over the years. I've previously went after Polygon, and I think I've gone after Kotaku one other time for some stuff. But in general, I actually think these sort of websites have a purpose to exist, if nothing else other than to entertain when they make flubs. But this is an interesting situation because I'm not so sure the accusation is correct. So I'm going to actually ask you guys about it. But first, let's get to what popped up in my Twitter today. This comes from Chris Kohler, one of the person who wrote the article and created this controversial Mario Maker level. He goes, woke up this morning to mentions full of accusing me of plagiarizing someone else's Mario Maker level. No, I would never ever do something like that. I worked on the level for multiple days, testing and tweaking every little bit. I haven't played the level in question, but if its creator is reading this or following along, I want to assure them that I did not have any interaction with their level whatsoever prior to seeing screens of it today. Again, I have never ever done such a thing and never would. So then he talks about how, people seem to be calling me down looking at both levels. One Twitter user initially sent a curt reply to me. He has since taken a bunch of screenshots, documented substantial differences, blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's get to the initial accusation, because this actually blew up on Reddit. I mean, 7.3K upvotes on the Super Mario Maker 2 Reddit, or to the Nintendo Switch Reddit, I guess I should say. That is a lot of upvotes, quickly rising to the top of the batch 6 hours ago or so. This is a very serious accusation. Here's the thing. For those who don't know, in Mario Maker, if you've never played Mario Maker or Mario Maker 2, you can download other people's levels, and then you can edit those levels, and then you can re-upload those levels as your own original creations. Now, there's no legal ramifications for quote-unquote plagiarism or anything like that. It's just mostly a crappy thing morally for someone to do, to take someone else's level, someone who is popular, especially like Chris Kohler, with an outlet that he can blast things to. So let me actually open the article in question here. It's that Goomba had a family. There's the code for the level. Literally, the entire article is just an advertisement for that level, which is hilarious. I think there's a comment down here that's funny. This one, VGI Roller. So, Chris, you typically write about one article every 2 days, and lately it's been almost exclusively about Mario Maker 2. I mean, it just came out, okay. Or promoting your own levels. What makes it newsworthy enough? What do you even do for Kotaku except promote yourself or fixate on Nintendo? So fixating on Nintendo or whatever, he obviously gives a little retort here, but fixating on Nintendo is not really a problem. I mean, my entire channel fixates on Nintendo, and I think he does a lot of Nintendo stuff for them. He's one of their feature editors, but this is literally nothing but a self-advertisement. It's a post at Kotaku that is a self-advertisement. That's it. I also love how, like, in the self-advertisement, he puts up like these fake awards. I think it's clever, but yeah. So it's that Goomba had a family, and the accusation, as you can see here, links to from game2brain.com. So here we are from game2brain.com. And we'll open up these images here. Mario Maker 2 has been out just 1 week, and it has been met with resounding success. Players are making, sharing, and playing thousands of levels around the globe. Of course, every maker's dream is to reach the front page. This is obviously true. You want your thing recognized and played by a lot of people. And after the level, launch them to Mario Maker fame and glory. So here's a comparison. That Goomba had a family, and then Mario's remorse. Okay. Again, these images are interesting. So imagine the disappointment you would feel if a journalist at Kotaku copied your level, uploaded it, and became Mario Maker famous for it. Well, it seems like that's what happened to maker Josh Lamb with his incredibly creative Mario's Remorse level just this week. Again, another cross comparison. I don't. Okay. I mean, sure. I guess I get it. The concept, I think, is similar. In his level, Mario's Remorse, Mario is met by a Goomba walking out of his home. As Mario often does that, he stomps on the Goomba on his head, which rewards him with the key to the house. And then this is inside the house. Once inside the house, the player realizes this is not going to be an ordinary Mario level. Inside is a quaint home with a Goomba family. The stage makes use of the special horror sound effects here to capture the feeling of shock that Mario must be realizing that he's killed a loving family member. Yes, folks, this is one of those ones where there's like a deeper thing happening inside the story, and I think this is where they're dropping down into, you know, that fiery place, that dark place you got to bounce back from. After killing the rest of the family, Mario goes outside for a short period before finding a warp zone down to that special place, and some more area, you know, of that special place that both levels happen to go down to. Once in that area, Mario is confronted with his actions and must climb his way out. I'll leave out the rest of the story so as not to spoil anyone's playthrough, because this article is about something else. A Kotaku writer, whose Mario Maker alias is Koban, uploaded a suspiciously similar level 2 days after maker Josh Lamb launched the original. It's no surprise that a journalist stumbling upon this level would be amazed at the fantastic use of the engine to tell a story, much deeper and darker than we are used to in a Mario game. Assuming it's not an incredible coincidence, what's really disappointing is that this would have been a great chance to use the platform of Kotaku to shine a spotlight on a talented creator rather than self-promotion. So I do have an issue with the self-promotion at Kotaku. Like, if a YouTuber did it, it's one thing, because like the exception to a YouTuber versus like Kotaku is YouTuber. Like I am Nintendo Prime, so me sharing my levels or sharing things with you, that's like expected. But if I was a writer, a feature editor at a big video game outlet that covers everything, I wouldn't. There's way more important things to do than personally share my levels in an individual post on Kotaku. That's my personal stance on that. But whatever. So obviously that's already, you know, irks some people, and that level is now at the top of the front page and has been played over 10,000 times. And then these are the codes for both of the levels if you want to go check them out. All right, so that's the accusation. You saw Chris Kohler defend himself. That's the accusation. Obviously, these are not like one-to-one recreations. You could argue that he potentially stole the idea. But what's interesting is when you scroll down here on the Reddit, this first post here, or this pinned one, I suppose is probably what happened. It says, "Hey there, the fact this level already existed in Super Mario Maker 1 throws this story under speculation on the idea that this concept for a level wasn't stolen from this particular user. Since we're really not going to have a witch hunt breakout here, this is being removed. And if you have questions or objections about this removal, blah, 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 this is how you reach out to mods." So what ends up happening is that this level, this Goomba level, and I remember I played a level very similar to this. I can't remember who made it in Mario Maker 1, is a very clever take, but it's something that's been done before. It was done in the original Mario Maker. Now, this guy, Josh Lamb, who made the one level that is being that Kotaku's accused of stealing, he even goes on in his defense here, or not really defense, in his explanation, it mentions, hey, he didn't even play the first one. So, like, you know, it could just be a happy coincidence. It's not like, you know, all the ideas. It's not like even this Goomba idea is something that hasn't been thought of before outside of Mario Maker. There's literally fan fictions that exist about, you know, Mario killing Koopalings and Goomba and destroying families and remorse. Like, it's a concept that's been around in the fan community for Mario for a long time. Heck, I think there was even a joke once made about it, by that one group of people that always do like little sprite skits and stuff like that with the Mario characters. Like there was a huge joke made about it like many years ago. So this is Josh Lamb, says, "I'm the creator of Mario's Remorse." So AMA, I guess. This guy says, "Sorry if I'm in the wrong, but didn't one of the most popular courses in Mario Maker 1 have the same exact idea? I remember playing a level that you had to kill a Goomba, then you go to Goomba Purgatory where you have to make your way out. And then he goes, that will be the case. I never played the first game, blah, 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 blah. Never owned a Wii U, all that stuff." And I think somewhere in here he goes on to say, like, he forgives Kotaku or something. And it turns out that Chris Kohler, his username anyways, has actually, before this article went up, never seen never played, anyways, that person's level. So he had never actually played it or downloaded it. So, in earnest, I think that this is a lot of hullabaloo about just happy coincidences. Now, did Chris Kohler get the idea from Mario Maker 1? Wouldn't be surprised. As I said, I distinctly remember playing a level with a similar idea in Mario Maker 1. It's not shocking to see copycat levels like it. Heck, even if in the off chance Chris Kohler did steal this level, stole the Mario's Remorse level ideas and concepts and made it himself and used a different account so as to try to not get busted, I still think it's a bit of a stretch to really care so much about it. I think it's the self-promotion that has people kind of ticked off a bit. I mean, this person here complaining literally is like complaining about the self-promotion, period, not complaining about the fact that it might be a stolen horse. And again, I agree with the criticism that this post should not exist on Kotaku.com. But if we're going to start going through posts that shouldn't exist on Kotaku.com, we could literally be here, all day going through. Like this one, fine, whatever, right? 4th of July. This is just a shared. See, this happens at Kotaku a lot too. They share things from network sites. So this was shared from a completely different site. It has nothing to do with games, but you got to cross promote, whatever. I'm trying to be understanding of that. When your crush hugs you for the first time, what? I mean, I will never make a. Okay, is this an insightful? I mean, it's a game diary, so I guess I'm cool with game diaries. That's fine. I'll leave that one alone for now. Man, I'm actually kind of surprised. It's taken me a little bit to find articles that I actually have a problem with on Kotaku right now. Kudos to you, Kotaku. Your content of late isn't bugging me too much. I mean, they talk about anime. That's fine. I mean, 121 people talking. That's kind of funny. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Most of this stuff's fine. But then we have this. So I don't know. I don't. This just, even in what I just saw on the front page, like this just looks out of place. This shouldn't exist, in my opinion. But whatever the case may be, you guys let me know what you think about all this. Do you think Chris Kohler's guilty of stealing the level from Josh Lamb? Do you think he got the idea from that really popular level that was in the first Mario Maker? Forgive me that I don't remember the name of it. I don't know. You guys, let me know what you think. I tried digging deeper. This seems to be all there really is about it. You can go down here and like look at the comparison screenshots and all that jazz. But I mean, I don't know. What are you supposed to say about a situation like this? It's not against the law. I think this is a combination of frustration with self-promotion and then just similar ideas coming to fruition in this game. And I think it's much more likely that Chris Kohler actually played the original and is well aware of the original level than he played this Mario's Remorse level, which was buried and hidden and hardly anyone had played until today. Whatever the case may be, both levels are probably worth checking out. So you guys saw the codes earlier in the video if you want to go back and grab those level codes. You guys, hey, if you play them, let me know what you think. Hey, tell me, which level do you think's better? They both are executing the same idea. Maybe one of them's better than the other. Maybe Mario's Remorse is better than the one that Chris Kohler made, or maybe Chris Kohler's is better. I don't know. Or don't play him at all. I don't know. You guys let me know what your thoughts are on stuff like this. Do you want me to see me cover more stories like this? I don't really like getting into too much drama. And again, I hate that this article even exists, but personally, I'm kind of leaning to the evidence doesn't really support it. They're just two levels, using the same core idea from a really popular level in the first Mario Maker. So anyways, I am Nathaniel Rovajans from Nintendo Prime. Sure, drop a like, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next video.